Good evening and welcome to a Timberborn Experimental Update 5 experiment video where we are going to test some things and find out how it works. This is on the experimental branch. It is currently a version 0.5.4.1. It's just after the moisture adjustments, so that's what I want to test. I want to test it. We've got a very simple, super flat map, and we've got a very simple water source here that is not actually pouring down a map because I messed up and didn't actually do that properly. Let's fix that. We're going to use the cheat menu to do everything today. So there we go. So yeah, we're going to use the cheat menu to do some experiments and test some things. Stuff like this. I want to test how far this water source is at power 1. It's the weakest water source you can do. The criteria as well for this, so is we're playing with folktales, we're playing on default settings, normal, everything's 100% default. The only thing is that obviously I'm going to heat in food for them and stuff like that. I'm going to try and keep the well-being to 0 or as close to 0 as possible so that they end up with no bonuses, so it's all based on no bonuses. So in your actual real play, you will have the well-being bonuses, so you will get advantages to things. So this is just the baseline thing. So here's the first little bit of experiment we can do here. How far? So a 3 wide channel because it's fine. A single wide channel does not go so far. Let's do this. Let's do a little bit here. So let me come to here and go for the explosives. I want to go a fair distance away from that one there. So let's go doop and doop, and then we can detonate this out. Boom, that's the best way to clear our land. And then we can go into the map editor and we can put in a water source which should default to just 1. Oop. Yep, they always default to a single strength. So here we go. We can just test exactly how this works. So okay, so the old trick used to be that you would have a single tile in the ground and fill it with water, and it would go 14 in either direction. Doesn't do that anymore. As you can see, a single tile reaches 5. Is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yep, 6 is bad. So it reaches 5 tiles. So a single tile. So a single tile of dirt will do 5 tiles around it that way. I think. Let's test that. Let's test that. Right. What I need to do actually before we do anything here is I want to unlock a large storage and slap it down there. Unlock a large water tank. Slap it down there. This wants to be water, and I'm going to give it all. This wants to be carrots, because I said we don't want to do any bonuses for it, and then give all. And then we're going to set these up here so our beavers have somewhere to eat and drink. So there we go. Put on. Don't have to worry about beavers dying. So let's do a single explosive. Detonate. Pop. Let's put in our fluid dump. Boop. And for anyone who isn't aware, the development console, you can hold Shift, Alt, and Z to bring this up with a little button here. We can click and change many things here. But whilst you have it open, if you hold Control when you place any item, if you have it and if you hold Control, it will automatically unlock and place it and instant build it. Okay, so a single tile looks like it doesn't do anything. Wow, they really nerfed that. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, so single tile, nothing. Does nothing basically. You get 3 tiles maybe that you can plant crops on. That's valid. Let's see. Oh no, we get a few more than 3. We could do some more beavers as well, couldn't we? Because well, what I should do is put in some houses, because then they can keep their population going themselves just fine. Let's put in some. No, I want to put in some triple lodges. It makes sense. Let's detonate out an area here. Boom. And let's put in a triple lodge just here. Boom. There you go. So everyone's got a house now. There you go. Okay. So we get, with a single tile, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 tiles from a single one. A single strip is obviously way better than this. Way better than this, because you're getting 5 wide just by having it 2. I bet just by, if we were to detonate this out to make it 2, we would get way more than that. So let's remove that. Let's detonate out that. Yeah, look at that. Way, way bigger. So just expanding your, if you've got any dumps like this, just expand them by 1 point. Gives you a nice ish area that you can plant into. Yep, that's as far as that reaches. So yeah, there you go. So you get, with just a 2 tile, you get way more area. So that's good. That's good. That's at least it's still kind of viable. So that's okay. Right. Okay. So what I want to do is I want to find out how much a single water dump can deal with. So we want to do 3 by 3. So like that. Put on. So we'll detonate this. We'll detonate this. We'll detonate this, and we'll detonate that. Okay. So let's put in a fluid dump, fluid dump, fluid dump, a fluid dump like that. Okay. And let's put in another one of you. Give all, and also let's put in a hauler, a hauling post. We'll get our beavers working in that, because we don't need anybody working in the district centre. But we get all our beavers that aren't doing anything working in the hauling post, just to move some water around. And also we want to put in some stream gauges, don't we? So directly next to the. Okay, so we'll let them go for a little bit, and we will see. We will see how well they do there. So let's go over here. So we know this does 5. How much does a triple channel do? Let's see here. Let's see here. So that is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 wise for a triple channel. Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So now we just need to find out what a double channel does, don't we? That's going to be easy. We'll just change this one. No, we won't. We'll come over here and we'll do a double channel over here instead. So that goes out, and we'll put a single water channel in here as well. That's a blockage, water channel. Oh, there you go. Okay, so this is 10. When you drag out your platforms, they always go in a 10 by 10. It's the maximum size, so you can count 10. So 11, maybe 12 from a 2 by 2. So yeah, okay, so that's 10 there. Let's remove that one. Hold on. So yeah, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 for that one, 5 for this one, and 11 for this one, I would say. Yeah, 11 for that one. So okay, so there you go. So one is 5, this is double, and this is kind of triple, so it makes sense. So for every 1 channel you have, you're increasing by about 5, and it seems to be there, which means does a 4 by 4 go even further than that? I doubt it, but let's find out. Let's find out. There has to be a limit on how much it can obviously do the moisture. So how big is this? How big is this? This is 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No, hang on. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. If I could count, it would help. 16. It's about the same. So maybe 16 is the most. So 3 wide channels, I would guess, are about the correct size. Let's test, however, whether water storage is an important thing. Nope, having a large area. So it's all based on surface area. That was my original understanding, was it's always based on surface area. So it doesn't matter how deep the water is, it's just surface area. So it seemed like 6 is. So the optimal water canals for the future, I would say it would be 3, because that gives you 15 to 16 tiles. This will give you 10, which is okay. So you could do this and then put another one 10 wide and then have enough. So if you did 20 gaps between them, you could do that. But with the 3 wide channel, you can do 30 gaps and you lose 1 extra row. So overall, you would gain more from having this here. The advantage of the 3 wide channel as well is that you can build on top of them. You can build on top of all the channels, but if you build on top of the 3 wide channel with platforms, you can fit your farms on there with a path down the side. You can also fit your larger warehouses on there. But if you wanted to put a path, you'd have to elevate them, which is easy. You just raise them up by 1 and run the path underneath them. Not a problem. I think the 3 wide channel is probably the optimal way to go. Yeah. Okay. So it looks as if these are absolutely fine and they're not having any major issue with keeping up. And let's let's fill these back up again. Yep, you are doing fine. So that's right. Let's go with another one then. Let's go with another one. 12, 13. Let's go with 13 by 13. Like this. Okay. And these are being filled up permanently by the haulers are coming to fill up everything here. So we know our beavers are always getting water, so that's fine. Let's put in another dump here. I'll put a stream gauge behind it like that. Yep. That will start tomorrow, and we'll see whether it can do this. It can do this. This is slowly filling. It is actually filling. So we can deal with a 9x9. I just wonder what the maximum delivery of what the maximum space a fluid dump can fill before it can't. Before evaporation is too much for it. So we put a water source there, there, and there. We unpause, we let it fill. We repause, remove them so they're all exactly even. 100% even. We then put in water gauges. And then we can test whether two pools close together evaporate at a different rate to one pool all on its own. Well, okay, so these are exactly the same. They're all exactly even. So we'll let them just dry out for a little bit and see what happens. I also don't know whether evaporation is different during a drought or not. I don't think so. Okay, so it looks like 13 by 13 is too much. This is running like all the time, 94% of the time, which is probably all the time. Yeah. So you've come down to being only 12% of the time. You are at 21% of the time. You are at 33% of the time. You're at 95 because you're still filling this pool. 9x9 is winning at the moment. I think this is too much for this. We should probably just pre-fill the pool and then see whether it can deal with it or not. But yeah, I think it's probably too much for it. It's probably it will probably fill it extremely slowly, so maybe 13 by 13 is fine. I think this is probably the limit. Probably the 9x9 is probably the best one you could go for. You want productivity to be sort of around 90% because that takes away from the time they are sleeping. So 95% is really good. That means this is running all the time, like permanently running. So that's fine, which means that this pool is evaporating, and the pool isn't full yet. So yeah, I should probably have pre-filled the pool to find out, but we'll find out. This will fill eventually. So what we'll do is we will press 4 because we have development console open, and we can go at 30 times speed. Zoom. Yeah, I think a 13 by 13 too much. Too much for it. We have a drought started. Oh no! Whatever we'll do. It's fine. This is still running full whack as well. Oh, let's refill our water. Well, that runs out. Yeah, this does not look like it's filling more. So 13 by 13, too much. Maybe 11 by 11 would work. Probably the limits. Let's bring it down to a 12 by 12. Let's do that. Let's bring it down to a 12 by 12. We'll see whether it can fill up that side there. My instinct tells me that it's 11 by 11 is going to be the maximum. So okay, so let's test this here. So this is currently at 0.52 and 0.52, and this one is at 0.51. I think maybe we caught that in between because they're now both 0.51. Let's go down to 0.50. Maybe having the moisture, maybe it does calculate that, but it's not enough. That's negligible with these two pools together. I would expect these two to be like 0.75 and this to be 0.5, but that's really making a difference. So I'm guessing that's within experimentation errors. So multiple pools next to each other do not add to moisture evaporation. I think evaporation is based on surface area as well. So we'll leave that going there. I do want to do another experiment over here though. So let's reset everything we've done over here. So these are 3x3. So what I want to do is I want to do a 3x3 I'll come down here, and then I want to do that's 9 tiles. So then I want to do 9 tiles in a row, which is one less than that, like that. Just like they fill at exactly the same speed, so that's good. Boop, there you go. Right, so let's remove those. Makes sense that they would fill at the same time. And let's put in some moisture, some stream gauges in the center, and find out whether these evaporate at different speeds. Now the surface area is exactly the same. It's exactly the same. So this has got 9 tiles, this has got 9 tiles, so they should evaporate at the same speed. I just want to test whether the length makes any difference to it. Okay, well, how's this doing? How's this doing before we go anything mad? So this is at 0.19, this is at 0.80. Yeah, there. So evaporation is the same there. That's fine. You have actually managed to fill the pool here. You are at 0.14. So 12 by 12 is possible. Your productivity has dropped, which means you have actually filled this pool. So I reckon maybe a 12 by 12 is possible. 13 by 13 is too much. So realistically, trying to fill a 12 by 12 is too. The 13 by 13 we saw, just it took way too long to try and fill at all. We can go back to that. Let's very quickly do that, and we'll reset you, so you're down at 11, and we'll leave you going for a little bit, and we'll see whether you start filling up again. Okay, are you done? Are you done? I want you to overflow just a little tiny bit somewhere. You know what? That'll do. That'll do. It's all completely even and full. So what we want to do here is we want to remove that. We want to grab our landscaping tools, and we want to go fill in those 3, fill in those 3, fill in those 3, and fill in those 3. It may push some water out on top. I don't think it does, but it may do. And then we want to test evaporation of different size pools. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, and I missed that one down there. That's incorrect. Let's do that. But there you go. So all of these are now even. Poof. There you go. Oh, there's a little bit of spillage out. That's okay. That's okay. So your 0.0103, 1, 1, 1. So all these are even. This one's a little bit under compared to the rest. I suppose it's just how the game did things. It's a single tile here, so we need to remember this is 0.1 underneath the rest of them. So we'll just leave it going there. We'll see how that works as well. Let's see. You are filling 0.11, 0.12. Okay, so 0.11, 10. So during the day, it kind of fills a little bit. Yeah, these, yeah, that's within margin of error. I think that's fine. 10, yeah. So this is it. So 12 by 12. 12 is 12. No, this is not 12. This is 13 by 13, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 by 13. We asked the calculator. 169 tiles is what a fluid dump can deal with. It's not filling, it's not emptying. It's dropping down, then during the day it's filling. If it was run by a bot or with someone with higher efficiency, yes, you'd probably do it. But 169 tiles is the most you can possibly get out of that, which is interesting. I don't know whether things in the ground affect that as well. That makes sense. Beavers, why are my beavers happier? What happened? What happened? How did you get happier? I don't know. Is that affecting? Is the well-being changed? It is. The well-being has actually changed stuff, so now the working speed is a little bit faster. Didn't really want that. Don't know why. Got 5 happiness. Shelter. Oh yeah, carrots. We shouldn't have done carrots here. Let's empty. Change to berries. There you go. So they dropped that. Yeah, that's that. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter. It's a little bit off. That's fine. Now this is interesting. This is very interesting. I didn't see when this ran out, but that clearly. Look at that. Look at that. A single strip, very clearly, does not have the same. Has a very different evaporation. This is gone as well. This is already gone. So yeah, look at this. Look at this. This is 0.62. I missed, because we had the game running so fast, I missed when that ran out, but oh well. 0.62, 0.74, 0.80, 0.85. Makes sense because there's more surface area here. Makes perfect sense. More perfect sense. So this body of water can survive longer because you have a large surface area. So the game now absolutely favors larger pools. But what's interesting here is that the 3x3 is still, it's like halfway, and the 1x9, which is the same surface area, is now gone. And I think that's to do with the edge area. So the edge of this, there's much more edge on this. There's obviously 9, 18, there's 20 tiles worth of edge, whereas this only has 3, 6, 9, 12. So the evaporation from this, or the moisture leakage from this, is only calculating 12 per tick, and this is doing 20 per tick. So I'm surprised it evaporated so quickly though compared to that, but that's interesting. I like discovering random stuff like this as well. Now another thing I want to do is, let's get rid of this one. Let's fill this one up over here. So I want to put in 2 lots of water sources, one there, and let them fill. Boom. Whoa. We're going to remove these. I want to find out whether crops affect moisture. I wouldn't think so, but maybe do. Okay, there you go. Boom. They're down to the lowest they can go. So if I was to come into here and I was to say, hey, can you plant, what crop takes the longest time to grow? Wheat. And what I want to do is actually I want to come in with the crops, and if I hold control and do this, it plants them. You actually plant crops, instant plant, so they are actually growing now. They're not just being planted. So let's test whether this has any difference as well. Bloop. Don't know if it will or not. What about this over here? What can we test over here as well? Let's try 5x5 is 15 tiles. If we go with a 3, 6, 9, ooh, what happened there? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That's not right. 5x5 is 25, isn't it? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yes, so that's 15, 18, 21. That's 24, isn't it? 3, 6, 9, 18, 21, 24. Okay. So then what I'm going to do is, what I'm going to do, we'll detonate this out. Remove the center one, detonate this out. Okay. We will put in our water source like this. Okay, it's going to be an interesting little test here. I think I kind of want to test this as well with a 5x5. There we go. That looks good to me. That looks good to me. Okay, let's remove this guy, and this guy. Put in some string gauges. One there, and one there. Okay, boop, and then what are they reading? You were reading 0.94, you're reading 102, you're reading 102. Okay, so this one is slightly lower than the others, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So this pool has the same surface area as this pool, but obviously a different edge area. So this has got 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 21, 2, 3, 4, technically. And this has got, what have we got here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So this has got more edge area, technically, because of the center tile there. It's got 24, this has got 22, and this has got 5, 10, 15, 20. So we'll see how well these go. So that'll be fine. Let's go super time. How are you doing? Are you still on 11? You've actually managed to fill a little tiny bit. Little tiny bit, and that's probably because the well-being went up by 1. Okay, so you're 0.70, you're 0.70. Okay, so evaporation is not affected by crops. That's fine. It's not affected by blocks on top of them as well. That's not a thing, having things on top of it. The evaporation of the water isn't based on sunlight evaporation. It's based on the edge evaporation, as we've seen here. I don't know if this affects how quickly water drains out or not. I don't know. I don't know. Should count how many days it takes to drain out these things, but I didn't really. There we go. This one's gone now. Awesome. This one is down to 0.29. There. So the 9x9 is actually lasting a very long time. Like a very, very long time. Go back in the video and see what day we did this, but yeah, I think it's lasting a very, very long time. So how are you doing here? So you are at 0.54, you're at 0.42, you're at 0.49. You were lower than the others anyway, right? So it is absolutely based on edge area. Absolutely based on edge area. This is going to drain before this one because it technically has more edge to fill to get rid of. So how interesting. How interesting. A little island in the center can ruin everything. So if you've got a river with a little island run in the center of them, destroy it. Remove the offending piece. Yeah. It's based on edge area. There we go. Okay. Now we know. Now we know. These two ran out at roughly the same time by the looks of it. I didn't see. Didn't look. Too busy with things. But yeah, this ran out roughly the same time. Didn't seem to make any difference when we glanced over this, so I'm happy with this. Yes, my experimentations are terrible and would not stand up in an academic environment, but hopefully you get it. Hopefully you understand. So there we go. There we go. In conclusion, the best water channel for farming, I would go with a 3x3, a 3 wide, very long. I think that's the best one because it gives you the most area of farmland that you can get without having, you wouldn't have to put as many in, like one every 32 tiles. Be fine. For a reservoir, you want to have large and square. Basically, you want as little edge area as possible. So you don't want rough edges. You want it very large, very square. The larger, the better. 9x9 seems like a nice one. Sort of just. It's a nice sort of thing, but making it square, making the edges clear, would be quite nice. Water dumps, technically, but not really, if I'm honest with you. 13x13, yeah, but 13x13. Really. Let's be honest with you, it's not. Yeah, it's not really a thing. 12x12, you could deal with, and it was filling. 13x13, it's kind of stuck on. So that's where you are. Unless you've got well-being. Getting to the first well-being hit, however, is fairly easy. So as soon as you get the 10% bonus speed, obviously the 13x13, it can do. However, the caveat to that is that this is just based on edge evaporation. So it's not actually that. So how big is this edge evaporation? So 13x13, so it's 13 times 4 is the edge number. So 52. Oh, excuse me. 52 tiles of the 52 edges. So if you're doing a dump in a 3 wide lane, you'd have to figure out that it can only have a maximum of 52. 50. Go with 50 to be safe. 50 is a nice number. It's a nice easy number there. So you could go 24 long, 48, and then 3 on each edge would still be too much. So you'd have to go 23 long, which would be 46. 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. Yeah, so 23 by 3. I reckon that a fluid dump can deal with. 23 by 3. You know what? This video has gone on way longer than I expected anyway. What's another couple of minutes? We're going to put in the fluid dump here with a stream gauge behind it. Boop. I'll put one down this end as well. Not that it matters. That shouldn't make any difference. And we will do this, and then we will super speed up time, and we'll see how this goes. I think this will be okay. How are we doing? So we are 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So it is filling. This is fine. This is not the same surface area as this, so it's technically got less tiles to fill, but the evaporation on this is exactly the same as evaporation on this. So let me just jump in here post edit and say that when I say evaporation, what I mean is edge moisture transfer. I use the term evaporation a lot and it's incorrect. What I mean is it's not the evaporation of tiles, that is a thing that I completely skip over and forget. but forgot about completely. But it's every time I say evaporation, I mean the edge moisture transfer into the soil. 13 by 13 by 13 by 13 is 52. This is technically 53, isn't it? 23, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 50. No, it's 52. It's the same. So you might be able to get away with a little bit more, actually, because the surface area. So maybe one of these can't deal with, absolutely can't deal with 152 tiles if it was on a single line. I know that from experience. On a single line through, if you were doing just a single channel, it cannot deal with that. So okay, so this is working. This is working fine. It's filling. It's struggling, but it is filling. So yeah. Okay. So I want to do one last experiment, and this is the last one. This is the absolute last one. Okay. So we are going to go with dynamite, and we're going to go 10 because it lets you do 10. 20. 30, or was that 30? It was 30. 40, and then 50. We'll get rid of that in a minute. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, so this is 50 by 1. And what we want to do is put in fluid dumps on each one. And then I'm going to connect them all up at exactly the same time. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. And we'll put stream gauges in. We'll put them in just behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't really have that many beavers here, but conveniently we can slap in loads of beavers, which just become, for some bizarre reason, they're not adults, which is interesting. Because I was holding control. So holding control brings in kits. I didn't know that. That's fine. That's fine. Let's refill our water. Let's refill our berries, so they can do that. And let's also give them more houses, because I've just put in way more beavers than I planned to. So there we go. We'll have homes now. Okay, so we'll see how this goes. So yeah, so this works. I was expecting this because of the edge area to be the cap that you could do, but no, this is filling quite happily. The guy here is only 4, so he's got no bonus. Well, he has got bonus to movement speed, but not bonus to work speed. That's the important one. The bonus to work speed means that instead of him taking an hour to put 3 water into here, he will take 10% less time to do the same job. He works faster. So okay, speed up time. All of these should have been exactly the same, but they're sort of one tile out because it depends on how often the beavers come and deliver to them. So okay, let's super speed up time. The first night time comes, and do anything proceed? They do. The first one didn't even make it. The first and second one didn't even make it. So now we've got another full day. And then at night time, it dries out. Okay. So it looks as if it gets to about 12 tiles. This is 15. 16, 17, 18, 19, well, that's 20. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Wait, hold on. No, 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 30, 38 it gets to, and then it stops. This is kind of filling here. Okay, so if you want to do single wide channels, I don't know why you'd want to do single wide channels, but if you want to do single wide channels, 30 long. 10, 20, 30. 30 long is all you can get. Anything more than that, it will not survive. So, yeah. Okay. So yeah, so I don't know what the actual largest when it comes to this sort of one is here, because this is a lot of surface area, but it's all to do with the edge. So this, the reason this isn't, even though this is only, what is this? What is this? 23 by 3. 23 times 3. This is 69 tiles. Nice. And this is only 50 tiles. But it can't fill this because the edge, there's too much edge area. Yeah. This is not filling. So I'm confident 30 long, which means this is 62 tiles it can deal with. Okay, so if it's so if we're gonna go with 62 tiles, we know this is 23, 46, this is 52. So by adding 1 inch, we're only adding 2. Okay, so that's add 2 because it's the same amount on the end. So 52, so that's 54, 6, 58, 60, 62. Detonate. Oof. There we go. Okay, how are you doing? How are you doing? Are you filling? Are you emptying? Are you what? Let's reset that one. We'll leave this one as it is. So this is, we got to 91. It's now 81. We're getting through a lot of water, but that's okay. This is experimentation. This is what you do. This is what you do. So yeah, I think you are stable now, aren't you? Yeah. You're at 90 and 90. You kind of flicker to 91. Nighttime comes, you drop it down 89, 88, and then daytime comes, and then you get back up. So this, yeah, this is stable. This I feel is stable. This is now, the productivity on this should actually go up to being basically 100%. I don't know how far you can actually fill with a with an actual well, this should tell me here. Hold on, this is running there. So we fill to 92. Okay, so 0.9. So yeah, this is full. So this is all right. So this is it. So it is 30 single tile, 30. So that's 62 edge tiles at the most, I would say. So this is 62. This is going to become 64. 26. Go with 100. Let's just jump. Let's make the jump to 100. That is 100 edge tiles in a 3 long. It's 100. So we're 10, 20, 30, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 47 times 2 is 94. Plus 6 for the end tiles, 3 on each end. 100 edge tiles. 100 edge tiles. I would be impressed if this still goes up. No, look at that. Look at that. That's barely. Yeah, I think that's actually going down. I think we pushed it too far. Oh, well, we definitely pushed it too far because all our beavers are unhappy because I didn't do the water. So that's messed us up. That has messed us up a little bit. Let's do this here. I could have just grabbed the actual beaver that works in here and freeze them, and they have 100% happiness all the time to take that out as a factor. Yeah, so they never get hungry, they never get sleepy or anything. They just run. They just run all the time. So, but we're back up to 95% productivity anyway. So let's super zoom it. 51. It drops down 50, 49. This is actually climbing again. But we're right there. No, it's not. It's kind of 51. Kind of hits 2, drops back down again. I think we're there. I think 100 edge tiles. I'm confident that 100 edge tiles is kind of the limit. You might be able to push a little bit more. You could play with the well-being. You could do other bits and pieces. But I think this is it. So for a 3. This is weird, this one here, isn't it? So it's not just edge, it's also how much mass the water has or surface area. But yeah, so there we go. Okay. If you have any experiments you would like to see me try or test or suggest, I will happily revisit this and try it again. This is purely on the moisture test here. I do want to do another one where we test the crops, like having multiple districts, one district running off one crop, another crop, and see how many you need to keep like 10 beavers alive, which we'll probably do with the iron teeth because it's much easier to control. Although folktails are easy to control as well because you just put in like a lodge and not worry about it. But yes, okay. So I'm happy to say that I believe 100 edge tiles, or this here, not edge tiles because that's incorrect for this statement here, but this is correct. So 10, 20, 30, 47 long by 3 wide. It is technically filling, but as soon as you get any hiccup in your supply, it will suffer. So yeah. Use at your own risk. Okay, and we have learned, importantly, that edge area does matter. So a 5x5 will evaporate slower than a 5x5 with a hole in the center of it. Even though the surface area is less on this one here, it's there, that evaporates, and that evaporates slower than, or quicker than this here, due to how many edge tiles there are. So there must be some ratio between them. They take into account how many surface area there is, how much surface area is, how much. It's probably like each tile is asking what's around it, then it like shares moisture with it. So this tile here goes, hey, I've got here and here, so I need to get rid of 2 of them, whereas this one's only got 1 to get rid of. And here, the ones in the center haven't got anything to get rid of. They would just get rid of the ones next to them because they're low on water. And then this one here, so and these ones here, obviously this was more because these 4 in the center had somewhere else to send their moisture to. Even if they were sharing the moisture and these can saturate, I don't know. I'm kind of clutching at straws as to how I would look at doing it. So yeah, okay, there we go. Thank you very much for watching. It's been a long one. I know, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. It's been a long one on purpose. We were experimenting with experimentation. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Until then, as always, have fun.